Hi, it's the M.L.M for the Soul channel, and I have a new topic for today. And before I start, I want to first say, if you have never watched my videos, then please do check out the first video so you know what M.L.M for the Soul is all about. So I want to say that may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor before you, Hashem. And I also want to thank some people who have inspired me, and I will be sharing you their links to their sites as well below this video, so you can check them out. They are Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, and Rabbi Eli Mansour. So the topic today is called Personal Stories, My Transformation, and how everything is divine. When I say divine, I'm talking about divinely from Hashem. So I started writing about my transformation last year. Actually, today's October 6th, 2013 when I'm recording this, and I started writing this on October the 16th of 2012. So I'm going to share this with you and then expand on that as well. I don't remember exactly when I started tuning in, quote, to more of my religious nature and my connection with the one above. My mom told me about Rabbi Lazer Brody and his website Laser Beams, and I looked through it and read some of his inspirational thoughts and ideas. I liked what I read and would occasionally come back to it. I also checked out the site for Breslov, and I really didn't look at it too much, but I saw that they had a link on there for giving donations, and I was looking to find a place to give money to that I knew was doing Hashem's work and was helping to do Tikkun, which is correction for the people and the planet. So I first started giving money from a maser. A maser is your tithing, where you're required to give at least 10% from your earnings. That's after your expenses, of course, not before. And then from there, if you make a lot more money, you can give 20%, and then from there you can also give charity. So I would always give in multiples of Chai, because Chai means life, and it's the number 18. And that I would give to honor or in memory of somebody to show my gratitude for their importance in my life. So then once I started giving donations to Breslov, I received the booklet called Pearls of Emunah, and here it is right here. Pearls of Emunah. It's well used. I've had it taped up a few times. And it came at the perfect time. I believe it was divinely brought down to me, and it really was amazing because it's actually a synopsis of a book that I'm going to talk to you about in just a second. And in there it has some special prayers, one called Tikkun Khlali and the other called Perek Shira. And I usually read them pretty much every day, and besides the other things that I say, like my Tehillim. So then the next time I donated, I received some CDs from them. One is called You Are Not Alone, which I have right here. You Are Not Alone. And the other is called The Master of Prayer. I know it might be a little reflective, hard to see. So after I listened to these many times, I would actually like to listen to them while I'm doing my cleaning for Shabbat, because it's very inspirational. And I really gained a lot from this in my own life and in my own prayers to Hashem. So then one day, I received a surprise gift in the mail from my mom. She sent me a book called The Garden of Emunah. That's right here. And this Garden of Emunah is translated by Rabbi Lazer Brody and is written by Rabbi Shalom Arush. And it came to me right before Rosh Hashanah of last year, which was 5773, Tafshin Ayin Gimel. And I started reading it right away, and it instantly made sense. I mean, it was unbelievable. And how you should have to have Emunah, and Emunah, which is belief, and I'm sorry, Emunah, faith, and bitachon, which is trust in Hashem. So, and knowing everything He does is for the best and has a purpose, no matter what. So once I started getting these ideas, I have some friends in Chabad who had the book, and I was talking to them about it, and it was really inspiring to share with other people who are also interested, and I'm so thrilled that I've been able to absorb it so quickly and be able to really share it with others, share the inspiration from a place of love and compassion for them to also be inspired. And there's been so many signs of late directly related to Divine Providence, and I couldn't actually make this stuff up, even if I tried. So that's why I wanted to share this with you, and how it works that when you speak to Hashem personally and ask Him for help, sometimes things do happen right away. Other times they don't. Sometimes they take longer. For example, once I was out on a Friday, and I had to get home soon because I had to finish getting ready for Shabbat, and I didn't want to be late. And I was at a shopping center. I was walking towards the bus stop, and it was right across the street from where I was, and I really literally said to Hashem, please bring the bus I need quickly so I can get home. Now, the reason I said the bus I need is because it so happens on that street, when I cross the street, there's 2 different bus routes that stop there. So it could have been the other bus that I didn't need, but as soon as I crossed the street, the bus that was approaching the stop was exactly the bus I needed at that exact moment. So I said, thank you, Hashem. And you see how when you really ask, and you really ask with intention, it will happen. So after that, it was coming, I guess, closer to Rosh Hashanah, and I had the need to rent a car to go somewhere, and I plan actually to get together with a friend of mine, my wonderful Jewish senior friend, Frida, and we had decided to go to this jewelry store that I really love going to. It's actually in a warehouse location. So, and I wanted to look for something nice. I wasn't sure what I wanted, but I wanted something more like spiritual, more that had like a connection. And I also had some great coupons for discounts, so that also helps. So, so that's what I said to my friend Frida. So then I found 2 pairs of earrings I like, 2 silver earrings, and I'm wearing one that I want to talk about, so I will take them off to show you. These are my Chai earrings. You can see that. They are sterling silver, and they are really beautiful. I always get compliments on them. And so that's one of the ones that I got. I also got a pair of Jewish star earrings, also sterling silver, and Magen David, as we say in Hebrew. And my friend actually bought me the Chai earrings, and I bought myself the Jewish star earrings. And I plan to wear them on Rosh Hashanah because they're new, and since I didn't have any new clothes, I figured I have something new that I could wear. And little did I know at the time that the Chai earrings would be, quote unquote, lahavdil, which means like the other side for like people who aren't Jewish, that it was actually a good luck charm, but I think about more of it being that it was divinely brought to me. And so a few things that happened for me after I got those, and this may not relate to that, but it's also about giving charity. Like before Rosh Hashanah, I decided that it was important for me to give money to tzedakah, and I helped people to bring them back to observe the Torah for Kiruv. So another organization that I really like, that I talk about a lot, is divineinformation.com, Rabbi Yossi Mizrahi. So I gave to his site, and that was after Shabbat ended, and that was September the 22nd. That was 2012. And then a couple of days later, literally, I had done like a survey where you enter for a random drawing to win money, and I actually won the gift card. And lo and behold, it gets even weirder, as you'd say, or more like divinely present. Divine Providence was present. Is that the person who was running this study was somebody Jewish that was formerly from Israel. So it's just amazing. There's no coincidences here. I don't believe in that. So that was something that was like 1 in a zillion that would happen. So if that's not from Hashem, then I don't know what is, right? So then fast forward from that. So what did I do with that gift card I got? I spent it to buy tea lights that I use to light my Shabbat candles. So, you know, I used the money that I made, that I won, to do something for Hashem anyway. So that was the next thing. Now, the next thing very interesting that happened to me, and I had these chai earrings on when I was out doing this, and this happened in October of, let's see, this happened in also October of 2012, although I started writing this after this happened. This was on October the 10th, even though I started writing what I was speaking to you about on the 16th. So what happened is that I used to listen to the radio, and I decided not to do that anymore. I'm not inspired to listen to secular music, so I stopped. But at the time I still was, and I tend to have a photographic memory for music. So there was a radio station that was doing something called 1 Song, 1 Second, up to $1,000. And I was like, okay, you know, and I was walking on the beach, and I had my chai earrings on at the time. And I heard the last person call in that did not get it right, and what happens is they raise it up by $100 each time. So I knew the answer, like in 1 second. I knew the answer without a shadow of a doubt. So I knew they were going to be they were asking people to call in for the next round. So I wanted to make sure I had the radio on to listen for when they were going to ask people to call in. So it was around 1-ish that they asked people to call in. They says, okay, call in now. And I called into the radio station, and so this is what was very interesting, that I called in a number of times. I actually called in 7 times exactly. I wrote it down. I wrote down exactly what happened. So I called in at 1:16 one time. I hung up. Then I called in at 1:17. And I hung up and called again. You know, you have to keep calling. Sometimes you get through. So it was another 6 times. So on the 7th ring, the 7th time trying, I got through. And that was really interesting. And another thing is, we talked exactly for 7 minutes and 36 seconds. Another divine numbers, the 7 and the 36. So when I got the answer right, I told the guy, the DJ, and of course then he asked me, well, what are you going to do with this money? Because most people would say, oh, I'll just, you know, spend it here, go shopping, go to a club, blah, 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 whatever. So I immediately said, oh, and I forgot to tell you that when I heard this, I had said to Hashem, if you help me win this, I will give the money to, I'll give some money to charity. So this is what I told the DJ, and I said, please, Hashem, if you let me win. I said this right before I made the call. And that is what happened. I said that over the air, so I made a Kiddush Hashem, and the guy was really impressed, and he happens to be a religious person, and he said, wow, that's beautiful. So that's what happened with that. And then I had other experiences, and then actually to follow up, I did, once I got the money, I did give money to charity from that, from what I won. So after that, from wearing these lovely chai earrings, I've had the experience when I was taking the bus, is that a lot of times I'd be getting on a bus that had 4 digits to the number of the bus, not the bus route, the actual bus number. And a lot of times it started with the number 18. I even once on a bus that said 1836. And every time I was like, thank you, Hashem, because sometimes I was trying to make the bus and I was running late, and I'd be wearing the chai earrings, and lo and behold, I'd get on a bus that the first 2 digits of the 4 digits of the number on the bus was 18. So to me, this is always, it's like a treasure. Like, this is something that's really helped me through, and I don't believe there's no coincidences. All these things that have happened to me, really amazing. And I hope these stories really inspired you, and then you can all do better to hasten the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days. Amen. Thanks for watching.